And it's 5 p.m., so we can start. Let's get to the presentation. There we go. Minimize this one. Fantastic. So, good afternoon, everybody. Well, I'm just saying good afternoon, but we've just had a little bit of a chat in the lobby and we found out that you're coming from different parts of the world. Therefore, good evening. We are more in the good evening. We're just preparing ourselves for our dinner. But bear with us for these 30 minutes for Kompass BMS, the power of mapping, our webinar. What we'll be seeing today, what we'll be looking at is we will try to create a link. We do have a link, but we will be exploring this link. We have business management system, Kompass, or if you're not using Kompass yet, you might be using some different types of business management systems, a different platform or a spreadsheet or something else. And then we have mapping. And we are all pretty familiarized with maps. Lately, with Google Maps, we're just going down to the city center, we're checking where the restaurant is. So we are familiarized probably with both these concepts, but how can we link them? And how this link can create a competitive advantage for everyone who's using Kompass, how it can enhance your proposal and project management. We will be exploring all of these. Actually, we will be checking 4 key areas of Kompass and how it can help us in this aspect. The first one is going to be Google Earth. Some of you might have used Google Earth with KMZ and KML files in order to translate everything that needs to be surveyed and how those can be imported and exported into Kompass. Also, we will be seeing a map of all our proposals and all our projects. As you can see that little photo in there, all those dots are different projects, and we will be able to see them on different stages as well, whether they are finished, whether they are on site, or whether we are on the office. We'll see them all. Next, we will be seeing how we can create some polygons or some lines or some markers that will signify what we need to, what we will have to do, and in which area, and in which place, and how this information can be communicated to everybody within the organization so that everybody knows exactly where they have to head to. And finally, we will be checking at some search tips. These are quite new power searches that we have introduced on Kompass, and we will be seeing how that can filter as well our projects and our proposals. Throughout the webinar, please feel free to drop your questions on our Q&A session, drop them there, and I will be stopping 4 times, a couple of times I will be stopping to just go through the questions. Any queries, any comments, any thumbs up, anything really, feel free to drop them there and I will be checking them. Also, this webinar is being recorded and it will be made available to all of you, all who joined. It will be made available after the finish of it. A little bit about me. My name is Spiros. I am the Customer Success Manager of Kompass BMS. I am a surveyor myself. I have a bachelor degree. Also, I have an MBA and an MOS, Microsoft Office Specialist. So, with no further ado, let's jump on Kompass. And I will bring this page. Oops, not this one. Where is it? There you go. So this is the very first thing that we can see. Oops, I've lost my screen. Here it is. Sorry about that. There you go. So this is our dashboard. Let's create a storyline. Let's assume that we are a salesperson, somebody who's preparing a proposal for one of our customers. The very first thing that we will do is we will go in this section, sales proposals. Now, this is a list of all the inquiries, all the 31 proposals that we have right now. And most of you might be familiarized with this look. You can see a list, you can see some KPIs, you can see some information. Everything is kind of predictable. However, within Kompass, we can just have them on a map as well. As you can see, these are the 31 proposals plotted on a map. We will get back on this map for the time being. Let's just jump back in here in order for us to create our proposal. So if I will click create, let's create a proposal. Let's say North Rob Street. And then I will fill in some information. I'm not going to go too much on details on what these informations are, project categories. We will be seeing them on a future webinar probably. Survey of road. And then we will have to define the address. In different systems, you might have to actually go and type the address, and we do know how prone to some typos and errors that might be. On Kompass, there's no need for that. You can just go here, search for the location that you are looking for, Northrop Street, that was, Lakewood. Yes, that's the one. So all I have to do now is click to address, and that will be copied in here. Therefore, it's just making it more error proof, let's say. So we're not going to be having any errors with the address. Whatever is on Google, it will be placed in here. It's just happened that we don't have zip code, but generally, if there is a zip code, it will come up as well. And then should we want to share those addresses with other people, we can just use those buttons, Bing Maps, in case we are using Bing Maps or Bing Maps Bird's Eye. Here it is. There you go. So we have this link and we can share it with whoever we want. We can do that with Google as well and with Google and Bing. Now, if we would like to continue a little bit more, what we would like to do now is define which are the areas that we want to visit, survey, or pay a visit, really, depending on whether you are coming from the geospatial industry or not. I will just drop a marker to define that I would like to survey, I would like to visit that building. Here it is. Also, I would like to define this polygon as well. There you go. I guess you can see how easy it is to create all those polygons and create all those points. It's really, really easy, which means that you don't necessarily have to have kind of a degree or knowledge in geospatial industry. I mean, in my previous company, admin people were just creating all those polygons. And it's really, really easy for everybody to do so. So this is the area that we will be surveying. This is the area that we will be visiting. Should we want to see it on a satellite view? Here it is. You are familiar with satellite view. There you go. Also, we can even use street view. Just have a look in this crossroad in here. Yeah, this is the area that we want to serve. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Sorry, yes, that's Halloween time. So we can just survey this area. We can just see the area straight away so that we will know exactly what is going on. Let's add probability as well. Once again, as I've said, don't worry that much about this one. These are some fields that we can check on a different webinar. And now it's ready. We're clicking save. And now we can see the area that we can survey, that we should survey. That's the polygon in here. And that's the point. You can see them in here. Now, the interesting thing is that there are more things going on. As you can see, there are some different polygons in here, some different points. These are different projects. So in this map, regardless who's preparing a project, that will be reflecting straight away on this map. So the person who's preparing this proposal would be able to see that, oh, hang on, there is already a project in here. Somebody have done some work there. And actually, as I can see from the color, it's green, it's active. And I have another active project in here, and I have some more finished projects there. There are lots of projects. So I can kind of go and speak with those people and find out whether I should be preparing this proposal, whether I should be trying some different, whether there are some data in here. There is a consistency, really. So we are kind of enhancing the proposal creation with being consistent with the data that we've got. And with that said, actually, I would like to make a short break right now just to go and check on whether we have any questions. We do have a question in here from Magda. Can I add extra points to the polygon? You mean within the polygon? So that we will do something. Please confirm with me, Magda, if that's what you mean. Something like this one, for example. Is that what you mean? Let's say I finish the polygon and realize after a while that the area should be larger. Oh, yeah, absolutely, you can do that. And what you could do is just use this hand in here, and you'll expand each and every of those nodes. There you go. Or, for example, you might want to create another polygon, let's say this area in here. There you go. So you do have this freedom of creating polygons, different polygons, and changing their size. Has that answered your question, really? Actually, if you would just like to thumbs up or say yes, or Magda, we can't hear you. Yes, great, cool, fantastic, good to hear. Okay, cool. So Let's click cancel on this one. Yes, let's keep it that way. And now I would like to move to the second phase of using Google Earth. We've seen that it was the very first point, and we're really, really proud of this one because when I first started using Kompass, we were not able to just import and export data from Google. And I do remember a couple of years ago, I had a project with Highways England where we had to survey lots and lots of different bridges all around the UK. So all those points were plotted on Google Earth. And every time that there was a change, we will have to send them to employees. If there was a change, we will send a new file. And if that file was outdated, then we will have to refresh. And if there was a new person coming in, we will have to try to find out which was the most updated. It was a bit cumbersome. Not anymore. We can get all the Google Earth data from and to Kompass. Let's have a look on project 51653. This is the project. Here we are. I will edit this project. Initially, we had a discussion with the client and we said that this is what we want. This is the area that we want to survey. However, things have changed. Some more areas have been placed. There were some KML going back and forth with the client. And in the end, we decided that this is the actual site. And this is really what we have to do. You can see there are 3 polygons, 1 line, and 2 points. Now, for some of you who might have worked with Google Earth, you might know that should you want to export them, you can just right-click here and click Save Places As. And yeah, let's save it on desktop. Great. Now, if I will go here on my side, I can just click this button, which suggests that I can import KML, KMZ, or JSON, GeoJSON. Click in this one, File, that side, and there you go. So all the points, all the data that I had on Google Earth, I've got them here. Oh, by the way, there is the previous polygon, isn't it? We have the previous polygon. We don't need it anymore. So we'll just delete a single feature, just this one. And I can save it. And here it is. As you can see, I have the previous projects as well. But you can see that whatever I've got here, I've got there. And also, we have the opposite as well. We can export the data. So if I will go to project 5195, I'm not just coming up with random numbers. I do not. Oops, there you go. I did come up with random numbers. This is the correct project. Here it is. So if I will go here, we've done the opposite. We have created all those points on Kompass, and now we want to export them just to send them once again to the client for them to check. Because as you can see, there are so many points. We just want to make it a little bit more clear with them. I will download projects, and here is my KML, opening it. And I've got my points here, and there are way too many points. I don't know what we're doing here, probably a reverse survey. Let's not talk about reverse surveys. I have some bitter memories. So in here, I have the KML. I can send all those points. I can send the points to the client, and then they can just change them, do whatever they need, send the KML back to me. I will import it on Kompass, and then everything is clear. In a way, we are creating a bit of an interconnectivity, let's say. We are enhancing your interconnectivity by joining what the client is giving to me with myself, and then I am passing this information to employees on site. And it's clear for the people who've done the pricing, for the operations, for the project manager, for the people on site, they do know that those are the points, those are the things that they really need to do spatially. It's kind of funny because I do remember that in the past when I was working as a project manager, I remember that most project managers in the company were using that catchphrase, "Did you check Kompass?" Because we had employees calling us and telling us that, oh, we don't know what to do, we don't know where to go, we don't know how to do that, not how to do that, but where to go. And the catchphrase is, "Did you check Kompass?" No, I haven't. Have a look on Kompass. That's where you can find the area. And then they were going and they were doing that. And gradually, they kind of got used to it. Therefore, there was far more time spent from project managers to trying to navigate with the site, with the employees. They were just finding it there. So with that said, I will just make another short break and I will have a quick look whether there are any other questions. No, I cannot find any other question. Let me just check on Q&A as well, because currently I'm on chats. Nope, nothing on Q&A, nothing on chat. Okay, cool. Let's move on then. So the next area that I would like to check is, we've seen that before. We've been to proposals, and I kind of quickly show you them up. Can we go to yes, there you go. And I kind of quickly show you them up. Here is the map. As you can see, we have 32 enquiries right now, 32 proposals, because we have the North Rob Street, the Halloween one. That's in here as well. Also, we can see different stages of those proposals. I can see the open ones, which are the ones that I have sent to the clients, and now I am expecting from them to get back to us, telling us whether we will win or whether we will lose the project. Now you can see all the proposals plotted on the map. Something which is not really easy. Obviously, it's not easy when you are on a list. You cannot really understand what you're seeing and where the sites are. While here, you can immediately see that actually there is something going on in Mexico. I wasn't aware of that. Carlos Sullivan is preparing a proposal there. Also, there is another one in Indiana. I wasn't aware of that as well. So you can immediately see this information. By the way, whatever you see, this is a full GIS embedded within Kompass. So it's not just Google Maps, it's a full GIS with it. So in this area right now, we can see that we have all those. It's not just on our base in Colorado. We've got lots and lots of different other areas. What is interesting is that I would like to talk about the power search that I was talking that I've mentioned before. That particular one in Oregon, for example, that might be a small project. So I might be able to send some surveyors for a day or two. So if I want to filter them a little bit more, I can do so with power search. Let's say that I would like to find all those proposals that their price is more than $100,000. Here they are. Out of the 300, I have 10 proposals that I would really have to focus on. 8 of them are in Denver and Colorado, therefore I'm kind of okay with them. It's in my area. However, that one in Indiana, proposal writer is Christopher, and there is a 75% probability that we will win this project, this proposal. Therefore, immediately there might be some alerts, some what is going on there. Christopher, you've been there, you've done that. We didn't know. Do we have to get some people there? I mean, obviously, this is an assumption because that might be just equipment. But if that's what you would like to see, where are the most prominent proposals, open proposals by price, you can do so. Price is just one of the keywords that we can use. There are so many more. We will check another one on the fourth part of the webinar. Obviously, that will update here, so you can see them straight away. Whatever filter you have here on the list, you will have it on the map as well. So everything is more clear. There is some clarity in all the proposals, in all the inquiries with the map. We're kind of enhancing the proposal creation with some clarity. And we're ready for the fourth point. We have no questions still. I'm not sure whether I'm so great on my webinar and you have no questions, or I hope I am. I don't know. Please thumbs up if everything is good. Yeah, I can see some thumbs up. We're doing great. Fantastic. So let's just jump to the very last point of our webinar, which is the projects. Equally with proposals, we have the projects. Once again, full list, KPIs, data, they're all here. We can all see them. We can see them on a table. We cannot see where they are. If I will jump on map, I can see them right now. I can see all my active projects. I have one in Canada, actually. There you go. I can see all my active projects, and I can filter them also by more, let's say, stages. In here, I have the field. So I can find all the active projects that currently I'm on the field. I'm still on the field, or active projects that I finished with the field and I'm just in the office. I'm just doing the processing right now. Let's go here on the field. I'm going to refer to something that most of you, whoever is working in the industry, in the engineering industry, you might be fully aware of that. We had many, many experiences like that when I was working in the previous company. In here, we can see some projects. On Friday night, on Friday afternoon, I'm just sending an email to 6 surveyors, 3 teams of 2. And I am telling them on Monday morning, you will have to go on that project and do the job. Monday morning, we're getting a phone call from the client. You cannot come on site because of asbestos, because of alien invasion, whatever. You cannot come on site. So you're getting stressed. You don't know what to do with those employees. They're heading towards there. You don't know where to take them, where to tell them to go. You can just come here on the map and you can see which are the projects that they're really, really close to each other. You are filtering by active on the field. You do know that all those dots here are projects that potentially you would be able to send your employees there. Let's say that you would like to see that by your department because your department is, let's say, digital construction. So if I will filter by digital construction, I would be able to see all the projects that are relevant for me. This is the one with the alien invasion. So those here are projects that I can send all those 6 people. I've got a couple of projects in here, and it's really, really easy for me to do so. If I want to be a little bit more specific, let's say that I am more interested on projects that their deadline has passed, so that I will send many resources in there just to try to get the job done more quickly. I can do that once again with the power searches. I'm not power searching by price right now. I will do it by deadline. And I will set the deadline to be before 2023/05/18. So now I can be more specific. I can see that those 3 projects, the project that has been canceled is down here, that one. So I can see that those are the 3 projects that I could potentially place some people there because they're urgent, the deadline has passed. As I've said, there are so many different ways, deadlines, project manager, there are so many different ways to power filter your information in order to see what you need to see on your filter. Another really interesting tool that we have here, let's clean this filtering. Let's go back to, where was that Halloween party? I think it was there. Oh, there you go. That's the one. So if I am on this side, we kind of touched that before when we're talking about proposals. Let's say that I am on that particular side, and for some reason, let's say that I have no GPS cover, I can't find the traversing point, I cannot find some information that I need, I cannot find some contact details for whichever reason. I can go myself as the employee on site, I can just go on Kompass and have a quick look on whether there are any projects there. And I can see, let's say that I am working on that project, 48317. I can just quickly see that there is another project, 53083, that some people are doing some works there. Therefore, me as the employee on site, I can just quickly jump on that project and try to find the data that I am looking for through Kompass. I can find my traversing, I can find my maps, I can find whatever I need. Once again, there's a bit of an enhancement in communication. The communication is far more fluent, and you can have people just doing their own searches, just find their own data by themselves instead of just pumping all that back to the manager. And I think this is the last thing that, not I think, this is the last thing that I want to show you with Kompass. So let's have a quick look whether we have any questions. Okay, we've got a question from Anos. What language you used when you make query? What language you used? When you're talking about query, do you mean that particular power search in here? Is that what you mean? The filter. So you mean about that filter? Yes, great. What language? That's a very good one. And being a customer success manager, I wouldn't be able to tell you very firmly what language is. I do know that we are using Python with Kompass. So I'm not sure whether that answered your question, but I will be able to definitely go back to my team right after the webinar, and I will be able to just get back to you with a more accurate question. Answer. Answer. I'm not sure whether Python was what you were looking for. Either way, I can get back to you. I can definitely get back to you on this. Okay, so I can't see any other question. Therefore, I mean, we still have, what time is it? We still have 5 minutes. So I can just leave the chat open. I can just leave the webinar open for you should you have any further question. Or if you don't have anything now, I'm going to be here. But if you don't, you can definitely just contact me at any point in the future. That's my email, and you can contact me. Obviously, if this is if you are users and you know Kompass, hopefully you've learned something new during this 30 minutes. If not, should you want to book any demo with us, feel free to just follow that link and book a Kompass BMS demo. Yep, demo. Or you can find us on LinkedIn. Please follow us and you will be able to see lots of information and lots of exciting news about us. And we do have a YouTube channel as well, where should you want, you can just go there and find lots of helping material and lots of videos that explain more more tools and more functionalities of Kompass. So if you want to have a better understanding, you can just go there and have a look. Like and subscribe as well. We have a question from Richard. Thanks, Spiros. Thank you, Richard. And we have from Richard as well. Is there an app for use in the field, or is it just access through a mobile browser? It is access through a mobile browser, yes. But it's kind of it is really, we've never had any issue with that. People are just accessing it very easily, and it's mobile. It's created for mobile. Therefore, we do have. It's not just for the web. It is created for mobile as well, and it's pretty adjustable for that. Got somehow thirsty right now. I mean, 30 minutes talking. Oh, I've just noticed my shirt, and I was kind of terrified that I'm still wearing the same shirt as the one in the photo. No, I'm not. Thank God. So I will be here for 3 more minutes. Should you want to pop any question, feel free to. Fantastic. Great to hear that, Indra. Awesome application, so powerful for monitoring projects. Absolutely. Murphy Geospatial is using Kompass BMS, and that's where I was working as well, and that's all my career with Kompass grew up when I was in Murphy Geospatial, and they do have a huge monitoring department, and yeah, absolutely, they're using Kompass BMS day in, day out. I'm kind of tempted to open some microphones right now so that we can have a bit of a chat. Or I'm not sure whether you're still texting something. Some more things that, I mean, I think we've covered everything. Hello, Konstantin. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Konstantin. Glad you liked it. Thank you. Please show the power search showing. Oh, yes, absolutely, Malcolm. Yeah, no problem at all. Let's jump here. So I am going to do that for proposals. Please show the power search showing more than 100. That's 100,000 again. Is this available on the system now? Yes, absolutely, it is available. So what we can do is we can go, let's make it a little bit more intriguing. I will just go on projects so that we will have more, excuse me, let's go to finish projects. So if I will go here, I will click price, 100, 1,000 and more. And now we have those 24 projects that they are more than 100,000. Just to make a point on this one, Malcolm, if you will go, I mean, you can just go here as well when you are on Kompass support, and that will take you to our knowledge base, where in here you will be able to find all the different Power Search Box tools that you can, fields that you can use. So in here you can have a bit of a quick look on all the fields. Therefore, it's not just price, it's not just deadline, it's far richer, and you can see that you can search anything you like on the Power Search. Reasons for being abundant, their deadline, we've seen that, everything really. Okay, so I can see that it's actually 5:31. Therefore, I would like to just once again close by thanking you everybody for your time today. Thank you very much for being part of this webinar. We really, let's bring all the links, and hopefully you will be seeing us soon again with another webinar. I will be still around should you want to stick around and have more questions. I have a question from Ken. I will be looking at it. Thank you, Magda, for the clapping. Thank you. No worries, Balazs. So, Ken, we have a question. Can you add a project that does not need to be mapped, like in-office work for a client? Yes, you can. And what we are usually doing for those cases is that we are using the office address, the office of our company. So in your case, in Florida, and we're doing that because there are so many tools and there are so many options on Kompass that you can actually get distances. Let's say that you would like to explore how far your surveyors have to travel on a daily basis. You can do that because you have the mapped place. So you can just say that from the office they travel X amount of distance as the crow flies. However, when it comes to those in-office works, yeah, I would say that we can just use the office address, really. I'm not sure whether that answers the question. But generally speaking, you cannot really create a proposal without, you cannot create a proposal without actually plotting something, without actually marking something, placing the position on the map. You cannot do that. You will have to define a position. Not sure whether that covered, but we can just have a chat later. I mean, should I haven't fully covered? Okay, then. So it's 5:33. I will just wait for 2 more minutes in case there are more questions, and then I will just be closing this webinar, and we will be sending the video to all of you. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for being here. Actually, we will be closing this webinar right now. As I've said, should you have any questions, please do forward them on my email, and see you all soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.